Hello, this is a video response to a viewer of mine who sent me a very deep, detailed letter about several different points, and he basically asked me, he wanted a deconversion story from me, and I'll basically go into why I can't do that. I'll be giving a very generalized view of it, and then I'm going to, right after that, have a next video based on his letter, asking me from a viewpoint of an ex-creationist, because he had never heard from an ex-creationist before, what exactly makes creationists attack evolution. His argument was, well, it could explain speciation right after the flood and why there's enough genetic variation, even though he brought only 2 or 7 on the Ark, depending on which Noah's Ark story you want. Anyway, I'm going to have to basically do a brief overview on both these topics. I'll be doing this video, and I'll be doing another one right after this. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to mention his name because I think he was expecting a letter response, and I don't think he was mentioning, he was wanting a, he wasn't expecting me to make 2 videos based on things he asked about. So, if he wants me to use his name, I'll post it in the response, in the title for this video. And if not, then he can remain anonymous, and I'll just say response to a viewer. Anyway, most of these issues of deconversion I really haven't thought about in years, and I may have to make at least about 20 more vids before I can really come up with a good deconversion story. There are too many little details I've forgotten, and in making these videos I got a clearer sense of what led me to backslide. They're all there in my head, somewhere in my memory, but where they connect exactly will take some sifting. Much of the last 5 years have been spent on deconditioning myself to the Pavlovian trained guilt response I got from the brainwashing I was raised with. To be honest, I didn't see the mechanics of what was going on in believer versus scientific debate until I was able to see it objectively with the Thunderfoot interview, and suddenly it all became very clear. When you're the debater, it's like trying to figure out what makes a car go while driving the car. It's really difficult. You kind of feel like you're in the trenches, and you don't actually get a view of what actually caused the war you're fighting, and why the heck you're doing this. So if nothing else came from this debate, I think the atheist community got a first-hand wake-up call on how difficult it is to debate a Christian. No more talking smack on the sidelines. We're going to have to learn how to better strategize if we want to debate a believer. So to answer your first question, I probably will make a deconversion video in about 6 months once I looked at all of what happened piece by piece. Besides the fact that it brings up emotions I've long suppressed, as we all know, memory isn't exactly accurate, and something every so often triggers an old memory that makes me go back and question, is that really the way it went? So just to let you know, it took many discussions with non-believers to whittle away what I thought I knew about the world around me. Severe depression about hopelessness, about people I knew ending up in eternal agony, led me to hit rock bottom and realize it couldn't go on if I was to survive and enjoy my life. Probably the biggest blow to my creationistic beliefs came from the nuclear field of all things. My understanding of probabilities was, of course, horribly flawed thanks to my religion, and understanding the formulas of critical mass educated me on how wrong I was. Mix in some Douglas Adams, of course, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and a year or 2 of mulling this around in my head, waiting for it to finally coalesce, and I realized the probability of evolution was actually a viable option. When I took a microbiology class required for a chem degree, my understanding of cell genetics just confirmed what I already thought. I also had done loads of research in many areas prior. Considering this was my immortal soul, I had to be sure there was nothing I was missing that would end up damning me to hell if I turned atheist. I will go into more detail in a future deconversion video, so look forward to it. There are a lot of details, so this may end up as a series and not just a video. This is the end of my first video, and wait for the second one.